Hey everyone, Commander Josh Hawkins here. Welcome back to the live stream. Happy Saturday, happy Father's Day to all of you dads out there. As you all know, I myself am a dad, so happy Father's Day to me as well. I'm sure my little co-pilot will come join us for a quick hello at some point today. And here we are, standing on the command bridge of our brand new fleet carrier, which is almost ready to go. We have to bring a bunch of ships over. That's what we're going to be doing today. Is we're going to be setting things up. We're going to be bringing some ships in. We are going to be landing them on the fleet carrier and getting this bad boy all set up to take the entire fleet back out into the black, and we will have every possible ship that we need for that journey. Good to see y'all in chat. Space Clips, Top Blazer, Alex, Star, and Pete, Scarecrow, and for the rest of you who are just joining in, big 07s to you. Happy Saturday. And man, I am excited. I am excited. This is so cool. I mean, I logged in, I walked through the doors, and just walking back out onto the bridge of the fleet carrier just reminded me how freaking awesome this is. This is the biggest ship that you could possibly own in Elite Dangerous right here. Look at that. I mean, I can't even see the end of it. It's so damn big. You mined some fuel for me. Oh, amazing. Took 40 minutes? That's it? Okay, well, T11 is going to be coming with me, Alex. I've got a T11. We'll be docking it at some point during the stream today. You're now questioning selling your carrier when the Caspian combo comes out. Pete, I mean, hey, that is a perfectly reasonable thought, right? The Caspian with the little... What is it called? The Nomad. The Nomad. Yeah, we got a little bit more details on the Nomad this week. I saw Burpit and a few other folks have been talking about it. Still some unknowns, right? Still some unknowns, but we did get the one thing confirmed that I think very, very few of us doubted, but we all we were all hoping for, is that it has the bioscanner built into the ship, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now the question is, does it have an interior? Can we walk on and off? And I think we're going to find out pretty soon. If I'm not mistaken, and I don't know the exact date, but I'm pretty sure Burpit did say something like they do have early access because they're like a sponsored creator or something for FDev. So I'm sure that on their stream we will find everything out. We will learn all those little juicy details that we've been waiting for. And this is the ship that is going to take us places and bring the Nomad with us. So what did we learn? We learned that the Caspian, man, you know, I just realized something. That shiny black paint job, it is like, the Caspian's like a ghost. It's just a shadow in my hangar bay right now. I could barely see it. That is absolutely wild. No interior for me. I'm okay. I've got the best interior I could possibly imagine. I literally have my own hangar, my own command bay, and my own shop. So I'm pretty happy with that, Space Clips. But I am a little bit sad that my paint job makes my ship so hard to see. It's literally just a shadow in here. Can we turn up the lights? Is there a switch somewhere I could turn the lights on? Like this little command panel in here? Is there something that I could just like... Nope. Hawk's Nest has no lighting control. Let's try that switch. Nope. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, unfortunate. But yeah, so we learned that the Caspian will support the new bay that's necessary for the Nomad. Use F in suit. No. F doesn't do anything for me. Use the suit lighter. Lighting is always like this in here. Yeah. I need a ultra strong mag light flashlight or something to light this thing up. I mean, it's not bad. I guess if I come over here, I could see it. Kinda, sorta. I don't need to see the ship. I just need it to do stuff for me. Just turn the suit light on. Yeah, I don't know what button it is, the suit light. I mean, remember, I'm new to the whole suit thing. Oh, hey, I pressed Q. Okay, so let's see. Commander, Codex, Power Play, Gallinet. Summary, navigation, transactions. No, this is all suit. This is like menu interface here. Is there a flashlight on here somewhere? Backpack, comms. I can change the interior to a brighter tone. Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's cool and all, but I don't need to worry about that so much. I'm glad the inside is not. I mean, this is really it's my fault. I'm sure if I put like a white paint job on this thing, you'd see it a lot better. I chose the shiny black, which is like space black. Try holding 3. Nope, that doesn't do anything. Negative. Let me fix something here. Bows. Okay. Yeah, no, that is a big no. F doesn't work. 3 doesn't work. Turn on the ship lights. Yeah, I guess I could do that, right? We could turn on the ship lights. Maybe it'll create some ambient lighting in here. Now, what is the most efficient way now to go and retrieve all of my other ships? I guess I probably want to take this ship, the Caspian, back to... where do I have all my ships docked? I have to figure out where my Type 11 is, because then I'll probably have to shuttle back to go and get the Caspian again. But I think we bring the Type 11 first. We're going to outfit it. Summon them into the... No, I can do that? Just open outfit on the carrier. Oh my god. Well, that's gonna ruin the entire stream for us, because my thoughts on this stream was to, like, go get them, outfit them, and then bring them here. I do think I still need to outfit them, though. I can't just bring them here as they are. I don't have proper outfitting services on this ship, do I? Do I? I don't know. What can I actually get on this ship? What do I have? Hold on, I gotta take a module that I can replace without worrying too much. I actually have stuff. Summon all modules I have. Also summon modules. I can summon my modules and I can summon my ships. Okay. Buy some more modules, like 20 extra cargoes. Bottom of the list, stored modules. Hold on, let me see. Stored modules. So these are all of my stored modules. Yeah, they're all going to be garbage, guys. I mean, there's nothing in here that I'd actually want to bring over. At least I don't think so. Here, all modules stored. Let's see. Is there anything even worthwhile, like 2D lasers, 6E? It's you know, all of the modules that I have stored are basically all of the modules that I replaced because they came stock on the ship. Maybe, let's see, EEC, EEE. I mean, I guess I could put them all on here anyhow. There's no reason not to have them here, right? Get some 100 extra modules so I can reconfigure my ship on the need. Sell all the E-Class. How would I do that? How would I just, like, sell everything? Don't I have to go to the place where all the stuff is? Or do I just bring it here and then sell it from the fleet carrier? Transfer some... Oh, I could just sell it right here. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize I could do that. Well, see, you live and you learn. So I could just sell that. Oh, well, that's cool. Okay, so this will be part of the setup then. Sell all, summon all. That will take the whole stream one by one. Yeah, it's not going to be the most exciting stream if that's all we're doing is just selling 149 modules. But I still do want to outfit them. So, okay. I think that the majority of my ships, and maybe this makes more sense. I think that the majority of my ships, let's go over to the galaxy map, are in Shinrarta. Let's see. I can see how many ships. I have 11 stored ships here. So I have the Lynx, I have the Mandalay, I got the Crate, I've got the Anaconda, I've got the 2 Anacondas, my Combat Python, and the Panther Clipper. So, yeah, I guess I could just summon them all. Oh, hey, what happens, just out of curiosity, what happens if you have all of your ships on your fleet carrier and then you don't pay the rent? What happens to the ships? Space Fox, good to see you. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. We're outfitting the fleet carrier, getting it all set for the real trip back to deep space. The real exploration is about to start. Very, very soon. 2 weeks, folks. 2 weeks. They will be on the closest station when my carrier is gone. So basically, Alex, what you're saying is if I if my fleet carrier goes poof way out in the middle of deep space, most likely they're going to get teleported to Colonia. Is that what we assume here? Is that what we can expect? And then I'm going to have to transport them all from Colonia? I mean, that's not the end of the world. At least they don't go poof with the fleet carrier. Imagine that. Okay. Also, oh, you get the initial 5 billion back. Holy crap. Okay, here I was thinking that it just goes poof and that's it. You're done and like your investment is toast. Well, that's not too terrible. I mean, at least you get the money back so you can go buy another one. Minus my fees. Yeah, I mean, that's totally acceptable. Okay. So I need to get the Type 11 I can summon here, because I'm pretty sure... Let me see. How do I find where my Type 11 is currently? My ships. Let's see. Type 11, we definitely need that. That's going to be our main refueling ship. Here it is. Type 11, we are going to transfer to this location. We don't need anything special for the Type 11, right? Like, it just has to be able to do basic mining. And I did put some stuff on this, but obviously I can go pick up a few things. So that ship's going to be on its way over. Just split your buyer earnings 50-50 with carry. You'll have billions in no time. Yeah, no, absolutely, Alex. That's the goal, right? Is split the bio earnings. And we do now know that I absolutely cannot leave until the Nomad comes out because I need to be at a station in order to equip it. That said, I'm pretty sure I still need to get over to Colonia for that other engineer, for the final engineer that I need to do, what was it? Was it life support? I think it was life support that we needed to upgrade still. And we unlocked that one, so we're all set to go. I can engineer the Type 11, but it's all nice to have. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about engineering any of those ships. They're coming with me just for fun. And obviously I'll need the Type 11 for refueling, but I will make sure to grab a couple of modules so that we can at least, you know, make sure that the Type 11 has what it needs to do some proper mining while I'm out there. I know this sounds like a silly question, but when you're way out in the middle of nowhere, you're never going to encounter any pirates on rings or asteroids, right? Like that's just not a thing. You kept waiting on Jacques to have a CG or something to make a Colonia trip worth it, but the date came and went. Yeah. Don't hold your breath, man. Sorry about that, Sherwood. I mean, you could always make the trip out just for exploration's sake, right? I mean, it's not a bad thing to go to Colonia and just experience what it's like to do that. Feel like you're doing a little bit of exploration. Colonia is a nice destination. There's quite a few things to see there. Got bored of building your system and currently jumping to Colonia for no reason. Well, there you go. See, exactly. There's no reason other than just to say, hey, I went. And it's far. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty decent trek. Definitely gives you the some sense of what it's like to go exploring. But it just depends on how you take the trip. I mean, if you just, you know, hoof it there as fast as you can, and you're not stopping to see any of the sights, it'll be faster, but you don't really feel like you're exploring at that point. You just feel like you're jump, refuel, jump, refuel. You got to stop and do a little bit of exploration along the way. Try to find a system that you can put your name on, right? Bill Turner does life support. Pete, is Bill Turner the guy at Colonia? See the guy that we're actually going to be trying to get out to? Okay, let me think of what other ships I want to bring. Okay, so let's see what's at Shinrarta. We have a hauler. Oh, my good old Viper Mark III. That was like my starter combat ship right there. I haven't seen that ship in a while. Let's see. And then the Viper Mark IV. That was the upgrade. Okay, so we have a Sidewinder. We have a Diamondback. Oh, actually, it probably is this Viper Mark III right here. Yeah, the one at 100,449 HIP. That's kind of where I station myself. We'll bring the Cobra. We'll bring the Lynx. We will bring the... Well, the Asp's already at Colonia, so, I mean, we have that ship there if we ever need it. I think it'll stay there. We'll bring the Mandalay. We're definitely bringing the Type 11. That's coming with us. And we're bringing the Caspian. And I'll bring the Panther Clipper just because it's got tons of cargo. I'm assuming you could set up the Panther Clipper for mining if you wanted to, but I don't really see much of a reason to if I'm bringing the Type 11. I'm just going to bring this one for fun. Why not bring them all? I feel like I got to leave some part of me back in the bubble, right? And I mean, the Anaconda is the combat ship, so do I need to bring it? Oh, hell. I don't remember which Anaconda it is. Is there a way to see which is which? Can I tell by... No, I can't rotate this. Oh, yes, I can. Is there a way to tell which Anaconda this one is? Because I have two. There was one that we used for the crash test, and then there was the other one that I was using for combat. Is there a way to tell the difference between the two? This one costs 2.4 million. And this one costs 1 million. So it's probably the 2.4 million is the combat ship. Because apparently it's more expensive to bring over here. Livery, you can type names. Take all ships. I have room for 40. No reason to leave it. Okay, well this one... Oh, yeah. This was the combat one with the nice paint job. Okay, this one's coming. You'll leave the carrier behind because I don't see the real benefit right now. But you're really waiting for the Nomad vessel. Yep. I hear you, man. Show details. You can show details on these? Let's see. Oh, okay. Nice. Yes, that's perfect. I didn't even realize you could do that. Thank you very much, Pete. I like how they hide that just down in the corner there. Not particularly visible. Let's see. This Python... Yeah, this was the combat Python. See a little bit of engineering on there. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Efficient weapons and whatnot. Man, I really do love the look of the Python. What a beautiful ship. Okay. We'll bring the Python. Python's coming. That way I could just jump into these ships if I really want to. Don't need a second Caspian. That one is, that was our test ship. The Type 11's on the way. None of these are outfitted. What was the other ship that they said that you could put the Nomad on? Was it the Type 11? I want to say it was the Type 11 and the Caspian. Was there a third ship? Or was it just those two? Type 11 Caspian. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. Maybe, possibly Panther Clipper? Or is that a no? Oh, Panther was the third. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Alex. So, Panther Clipper. How many jumps are we from Shinrarta, by the way? Oops. Let's go back for a second. Let's see how many jumps we are. Not far. Okay, I'm gonna go over there so I can at least put some stuff on. And then I can summon the ships. that are not outfitted. I know the Anaconda, the Type 11, and the Python are already outfitted, so I'm good to go with those ones. Let's take off. Let's see what it's like to return to the surface on this thing. This beauty. There she is. Yeah, it looks better on the deck, really. Alright, let's take a look at this fleet carrier. Fleet carrier from afar. So this is the back of the fleet carrier, I guess? And then that's the front over there? No, that's the back. And this is the front. Oh, wow. Oh my god, look at this thing. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hold on. How do I turn that off? Oh gosh, I don't even remember which button I set up for that. Nope. Messed it up. Oh well. Okay, good enough. Now I'm in the system with tritium. You need to bring your Panther to load some tritium. Also buy T8 ship so I can trade with small stations. What stations are there going to be? Andy, good to see you, my friend. Panther's super nice for hauling 1,200 tons. Also made it jump 30 light years when full, but never take it exploring because the turning speed when facing the star is extremely slow. Yeah, that is a good tip. All right, let us launch. We will go to Shinrarta. And we will go outfit the Panther. We'll see what we got to put on there. Outpost, T8 landable. Do I have a T8? I need to spend 1 billion for tritium if you go to the black. Well, I don't have to spend that, right? I mean, I can just go mine it and myself in the T11. Like, doesn't it only take an hour or two to mine? Isn't that the whole point in bringing the T11 with me, is so that I can mine my own tritium and not have to rely on purchasing it from anyone? Oh. Someone's coming to say hi. Oh boy. Alright. It's a little Father's Day thing going on here. Hang on one sec, folks. Hey there. Oh, this is for me? Oh, I got flowers from the garden, too. Oh, thanks, guys.
And I wrote...
You wrote for me?
This, and I wrote this. This is the stuffy, and this is an emoji sticking its tongue out. That's a poop emoji.
It's a poop emoji. Can I show chat?
Happy Father's Day.
It says Happy Father's Day. My son wrote some emojis on the card. Oh, that is so sweet. Here, you want to put those into a pot? All right, chat. We're just doing a little Happy Father's Day celebration here.
That's not all.
That's not all. Oh my gosh!
That's why we went to that special place.
Oh my goodness! Wow!
And that's not the other one.
So wait, you guys made this for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at
And
that!
also this.
Coffee.
I like made a little shirt on it.
You made a little shirt on the fox?
Yeah.
Wow, that is so
It's
cool.
winter.
Is it a space fox?
No, it's for the winter.
Oh, it's for the winter.
Yeah, and we cooked it for like a lot of days.
That is so pretty. Thanks, guys.
And drink coffee every
And
day.
also I chose this because you have all those like toys downstairs.
All the superheroes?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. There we go, chat. Thank you, Aquatic.
I also want to show you this.
And he wants to show his new transformer. Here, lift up. You gotta lift it up over the microphone. Okay. Can I have a hug? Come here, little co-pilot.
Okay, this is one.
Thank you. No, the camera's up here, bud. Right up there. Alright. Watch this. It transforms, chat. Press a button. Whoa!
Yeah.
All right, you know what you got to do, buddy? There's something very important when you come in and you say hi to the chat, all right?
Yeah.
You got to salute. Do you know how to salute?
No.
You take your hand like this, and you go like this.
Wait, I get it.
There you go. Thanks, little co-pilot. And number 2. Thanks, darling. Give those to Mummy. She'll go put them in some water for me, okay? Thanks, everyone. All right. Hey, Malcolm. Good to see you. Sherwood. All right, they're all giving you salutes back, buddy. One more salute. One more salute on camera. Yes, thank you. You can put that right there. Come over here. Stand right here. Right here. No, they can't see over there, but stand right over there and give a salute. There you go.
My guy is also gonna salute.
His transformer is saluting for you too. All right, bud. Thanks so much. Love you, buddy. Yeah, there you go. There's the co-pilot. I told you, the co-pilot and the second in command came over to wish me a happy Father's Day live on stream. That was sweet. Yeah, it's great being a dad, hey? Hold on. My carpet got messed up underneath my chair here. Hang on one sec. All right, there we go. Tritium at Sagittarius and Colonia go for 350,000. Now, is that 350,000 per tritium, Space Clips? We got to get back to what we were doing. What the hell was I doing? I was jumping to Shinrarta. That's what I was doing. All right. Best co-pilot ever. Hell yeah. You don't get too many like that one, let me tell you. I could power my entire fleet carrier off of that kid. It's got more energy than all the tritium in the entire galaxy. I'll just throw him in the reactor. Per unit. Okay, so what's the deal with finding tritium? Is it hard to come by? Because 350,000 per unit, I mean, holy crap, I don't want to pay 350,000 per unit. That is a tremendous amount of money for something that I feel is probably somewhat abundant in the grand scheme of the galaxy. Some do not like mining like you. Gotcha. Alright, well, let's go to Jameson. We'll go dock. We'll go outfit the Panther Clipper so we can ship that over to the fleet carrier. One sec. My wife left her work phone on her desk. The gall of some customers to call on the weekend and want to get their nails done, right? My goodness. There where you are, it's 49K. Okay, so yeah, so that's not too bad. Aquatic, yes, we have a fleet carrier. Thanks to a very wonderful particular commander, of course, and that would be Alex, who was very kind as to contribute towards the greater good, towards the cause, so that we may take this thing out and explore. That's going to allow us to jump back out into the black in about 2 weeks when the Nomad comes out. So we will be flying free and getting out of the bubble. A little bit of cheating, yeah, maybe just a little bit of cheating took place there. I mean, it's not that there was no actual cheating. The game is built the way that it is to be able to do this type of thing. It's just that I didn't go out and earn the funds all on my, you know, lonesome there. You're up north at the cottage, but can support my carrier when you're back in town. There is no need to do that anymore, other than if you want to come with me out into the black. I mean, that's a thing too. I'd say, no, how does that work? No, you guys wouldn't be able to come out with me, because you'd have to fly around wherever it is that I am once a week and kind of stick in that area. It'd be like a little Hawkspedition. And who knows where we would end up. Maybe, hey? Maybe we do that. The Great Hawkspedition.
Access granted. Clear to
We
land
could end up
Bay.
anywhere in the galaxy. You never, ever know. I mean, I have room for 40 ships, so as long as I don't bring every single one of my ships, I can register expeditions? No way! That's kind of cool. And then people could just register to come with me? That's pretty nifty. I wasn't even sure of... I didn't even know that you can do that. 24, landing pad 24 over here. Yeah, you want to come? Well, you're all welcome to. I mean, we do find some pretty cool stuff while we're out there. We'll be streaming at least once a week, so each player can store... Oh, each player can store 40 ships.
Good to have you with us, Commander.
I have to install the service if I expect the guests. Okay, well, you'd have to tell me what service I'd need to install. If that's what we're thinking about, I mean, look, we got 2 weeks to decide that. If that's what we want to do, absolutely. Anyone on stream wants to come with me, by all means. All right, Starport Services. Let's go here. We'll talk about that more over the course of the stream, because that could actually be really cool. So, we want to switch over to the Panther Clipper. And I want to bring the Sidewinder with me, too. I'm going to bring the Sidewinder, and I'm going to bring the Cobra as well. Those are fun. Outfitting is... Outfitting is... Huh? Hold on. Outfitting is you only if not installed. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. It's 500 million to install both services. I have 500 million. That's what I have left over. So I could still do that. Distant Worlds Hawk Edition. Yeah. You know, Space Clips, I have never been to Beagle Point. That could be like a final destination. I don't know how long it would take to get there, but I mean, it would definitely be a destination for me. I have yet to set foot at Beagle Point. So, something I should have done at least once with one of the Distant Worlds. All right, let's use this ship. And let's see what we want to put on the Panther Clipper before we bring it with us. Okay. Optional internals. Big storage, right? So I'm going to guess that we don't really need shields on the Panther Clipper. This thing is not going to be landing anywhere if I take it out into the black. Am I wrong or am I right? I can get rid of shields. I could throw on another huge cargo rack here. This is actually the wrong cargo rack to be on a number 8 module. We can go cargo racks and we can go bigger. Go bigger, go home, folks. Look at this. Where's... There. 8D. 8E. What's bigger? 384. Boom. Let's buy that. Maybe by the time I finish outfitting this thing, I'm not going to have enough. I mean, I could always put a little shield generator on there if I needed to. No problem, Aquatic. You run shieldless on your Starn? Okay, well, yeah. I feel like at least with this one, I could probably get rid of it. We'll store that. We want cargo. That's what we want. Lots of cargo. Big rack. We need the biggest racks possible on this thing. Where is the other 8? Hang on a second. Cargo rack, capacity 256. How come the other cargo rack was like 300 and something? Where's that one? Where did that one go? One second, one second. Is this a special module here? Storage compartment. Oh, right. So this one is probably also a storage compartment, right? Is that why this one had 384 and this one does not have 384? If you ever land without shields, the ship will be damaged even on a flat place. Well, the only place that I imagine this thing would be landing is... I'll just put a tiny little shield on it. It's okay, so it is. It's a different module. Okay, well that's fine. We'll throw on the 8E then for 256. This one is another internal storage, so there's probably a special 7 for that one, I would imagine. 7D, 192 versus 128. Yeah, okay, cool. Maximum cargo. I am not going to need a fuel scoop on this thing. I mean, I'm not flying the... Okay, hold on. The purpose of the Panther Clipper is going to be what, exactly? It's not going to be for mining. I have the T11 for mining. So what is the purpose of bringing the Panther Clipper? Is it going to be just for landing at outposts to purchase stuff? And if I mean, cargo, you guess, right? That's a pretty good guess. I mean, that's what we're doing with it. It's just we're loading it up with cargo. But is it just because I want to have cargo on there and I'm not actually going to need to use this? No purpose. Okay, move cargo from station to carrier and back. Yeah. Okay, well, then it doesn't need a fuel scoop. That's pretty much a given. We'll store the fuel scoop. Let's just load it up with cargo in case we need to haul a crap ton of cargo back and forth for whatever particular reason. Maybe we have billions and billions of credits and the 300 and whatever thousand per tritium becomes menial. Let's do this. Hey, wait a second. That one's 128 and that one's 128. Oh, they're both 70s. Oh, these are the ones I have stored. That's why. Equip. We don't have to purchase a new one. Cargo trans... Okay. But buy each one fuel scoop at least once. Each size, just keep it on the carrier. Ah, yes. Good call. Let's do that. Heck, I could buy a massive fuel tank, too. Let's buy that. Because you never know when you're going to need an 8C fuel tank, right? Alright, fuel... We'll get back to optional internals in a second. Cargo rack. Where is the big one I had on here? The big boy. Get on there. Mostly for trading fuel with other carriers. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm down with that. Detailed surface scanner. Probably not going to need it. Research limpet controller, probably not going to need that. Planetary vehicle, not going to be landing the Panther Clipper. We're going to store that. We'll put a baby shield on here. Where's my shield generator? Shield cell, shield generator. Here we go. We'll put just a good old 6E on there. She's so 6E. 6E shield generator. MFUs, Guardian stuff, limpets, all good to have. One to two of each size. Oh, hey, Sane Leveling. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Hawk Flock. You going to join us for the expedition? All right, let's see. We do have an AFMU on there. That's a class 4. Now, how much cargo do we have right now? Let's see. Cargo. How do I flip between... It says ship specs, general, 1 of 4. I don't know. Oh, here. Z and C. Perfect. Total mass cargo. Okay, we're at 960 tons. Let's add more cargo. We need more cargo space. Bring on the cargo space. 64. Yeah, that's the biggest cargo we can get. Okay, let's equip that. Let's get to... Where are we at now? 1,024. I think that's good. 1,024. Let's also bring, you're saying, AFMU, AMFUs. I thought it's AFMU, right? AFMU. Guardian stuff. I don't have any Guardian stuff. Limpets, all good to have 1 or 2 of each. Okay, so collector limpets? Sure. Wait a second. What was that? Decontamination limpet? What the hell is a decontamination limpet? Decontamination. Directs a limpet to remove caustic chemicals from a ship's hull while simultaneously carrying out a small amount of hull repair. Caustic chemicals? Oh, anti-thargoids. Okay, well, we don't need that. Let's do collector limpets, and we'll take the biggest one we can here. Oh, we can't even get that. So power draw, well, I guess this doesn't matter so much. Active range, 1800 on the 5B. Not funny. Oh, it's the limpet lifetime. Oh, wow. Okay, so they're 300 meters shorter active range, but they last 300 seconds longer. Interesting. I guess that's a personal preference then, kind of what you're looking for. A little bit more power draw, a little bit more integrity. Am I cherry-picking chats right now? I am kind of cherry-picking chats right now. Do I have any contact with Frontier anymore? Silent Angst? No, so yeah, you see, now you made me go back and cherry-pick chats. I still have contacts at Frontier, but I have not spoken to the folks over at Frontier in a good while. I think I wished Zach a happy birthday some time ago. Maybe about 2 years ago was the last time I messaged them. If you're only out there in the nothing, the lifetime is totally worthless. Just synthesize new ones. Okay, so yeah, that's a good point. So we go with range. Bigger range. More bang for your buck. Okay, we got the shield generator. Research limpets. We could probably do better than a 1E. Collector. Fuel transfer. Ooh. So there's all kinds of different limpets, though. Do I want to grab a bunch of different ones? I probably do, right? And then I just transfer them over to the fleet carrier. You prefer multi-limpet controllers? So does the multi-limpet just let you do any of these? Operation are the best. Click the wrong button there. Optional. Operation. Repair. Recon, prospecting, multi-control. Collector. There's no specific operation one. Operation limpets. Prospector limpets. 135 if exist. One you'll use for the T11 for sure. Okay. Alright, let's see what the difference is in these ones here. Active range 4,000 meters, 5,000 meters. There we go. 1B is 6,000 meters. 1A is 7,000 meters. Perfect. A rescue controller, which has repair, fuel, and hatch breaker. Okay. We're going to buy a whole bunch of these. So, we said 1, 3, and 5 for the prospector limpets, though. So we'll grab a few of those. Prospecting limpets, we want a 3. So there's 3D. Again, this is just range, right? Is there 3A? Yes, there is. 7,000 range. Buy. Okay. Storing. And prospector. Prospecting limpets 5. And I'm going to assume, yes, 5A. Buy. Okay. Store. A rescue controller. Alright, well, we'll get a rescue controller as well. There's the multi-limpet controllers. There's recon, repair, research. Why don't I see, like, rescue controller? Am I looking in the wrong place? Like, wouldn't it just be here under optional internals? Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Star, and I did not realize that you got better yield with a grade A. Hmm. Thanks for that. Good to know. All right. Fuel transfer. Well, here, let's get the multi-limpets, and we'll throw those on as well. So this one here, it's only 3s. Oh, okay, here they are. Here they are. It's all under multi. Well, there we go. I did not realize it's all under multi. I thought multi was just a type. Mining multi-limpet. Modules capable of deploying collector and prospector limpets. It's recommended when fitting ships for deep space mining in asteroid belts and... Well, yeah, that sounds exactly what I need. We need one of those, right? For sure we need one of those. Let's go back to multi. Probably could have got a 3C on that. Or even 3B. Is there a 3B multi? Universal Multi-Limpet Controller 7. Hold on. Capable of deploying all limpet types. Larger investment. Other controllers. Provides pilots far more options in any developing situation. Okay. I feel like I need one of those too. I'll grab one of those. Okay, there's the operations one. So let's grab one of those. Store it. Let's get back down to our multi. So we've got an operations. Let's get a rescue. Store that one. And let's go back here and... Okay, so we've got... We don't need a Xeno. I'd love to know what that does and see that in action sometime. Rescue. Operations. I did buy the mining one, but I bought the 3E. And there's a 3C. What's the difference here? Active range 5,000. Yeah, that's the one we need. Mining multi. Let's get that one. Okay. Stored. Get one size 7 if I have free credits. I have... How much credits do I have left here? Let's see. I have 519 million left. But I am going to need to save some to do that outfitting, right? Because I'm going to need the outfitting for if we do expedition. Unless a couple folks want to chip in a little bit more. So we can do that. 7th multi on War Corvette. Okay. Let's take a look. Optional. Because we do have to buy a few other things too, right? We are going to have to buy some other stuff. Let's store that. Let's see how much the 7 multi costs. Multi-limpet. 7A is 7 million. Yeah. That's 9,000 meters too. Okay. I feel like we need it. I have to have it. Okay, we're buying it. Done. So we've got tons of cargo rack space. We don't really need shield generators. Research limpets. Well, we do have a research limpet right there. I don't want that on the Panther Clipper. AFMU will keep on here. Docking computer. I guess this is probably good on the Panther Clipper. Especially if I'm putting like the little crappy shields on there. Okay, yeah, let's keep those. That's all good. What else do we want to buy? This guy doesn't really need much of anything else. I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff. I don't need to buy extra thrusters. I don't need to buy extra frame shift drives or anything like that. My Caspian's already set up for all of that, so that's going to be the main exploration ship. It's really just utility, I think, and optionals. So we said we want to bring some extra... Well, probably... Maybe some heatsink launchers? Can't hurt to have a couple of extra heatsink launchers, right? Docking is good on the Panther Clipper. Yeah, I know. It's so big. Remember when I was flying it, it was like ridiculously slow too. Okay, let's store those. Take a couple heatsink launchers. What about... We don't need a fighter hangar. What else would we need to bring? Refineries? Should I bring an extra refinery? Converts fragments. I mean, the refinery on my Type 11, it's not going to like wear itself out to the point that I can't repair it with get fourth and third size refinery. Okay. If you say so. Don't have to twist my rubber arm. We'll get a 3 and a 4. Always good. Someone may want these, right? Can only install carrier services in a system with FC administration. Thank you, Secure Tom. I will definitely keep that in mind. And we will go back to the fleet carrier after we've done all this buying of stuff. We'll transfer everything over to the fleet carrier, and then we'll jump it back to the other place. Get 2 times each size of FSD booster. Really? Is that under optional as well? Hold on. Get 2 times of each size FSD booster. Well, I have the Guardian ones. So I guess I could just buy 2 of those? I don't need the refinery. I have to collect materials for repairs and other small things that the refinery's not. Okay, well, hey, we have it. We got it, so we're good. Okay, so we're going to buy 2 of each FSD booster. Because someone told me I need to. And I clearly believe them. So, let's get 2 of those. I mean, I can only buy this stuff now, right? Once I head off into the black, I'm not going to be able to buy this stuff anyhow. So it's probably a good idea to have, like, everything. So whatever it is that I want to do later on, I can just come back and re-outfit. I mean, this is basically going to be a mobile outpost. I don't know why I need 2 of each one, but 2 of each. I can stack these. Tragic Blue, good to see you. $3H. Okay. We are on to $4H. Sell that. I did not know you could stack FSD boosters. That's kind of cool. So, like... So, wait a second. How much do these draw? How much power do they draw? 2 megawatts? And they give you an extra 10 light years. That's crazy. Oh, you were just thinking out loud? Well, I mean, I could always find out. Let's see. We'll put a 5 here. And we'll store this 6E here. We'll store the refinery. And we'll see if I can put another one on. Optional internals, FSD boosters? No. No. Wah wah. Doesn't work. Can't stack them. That's okay. We're good. Okay, what else do we need? We don't need experimental weapon stabilizers. Fighter hangars, we don't need. Fuel tanks. A couple of fuel tanks isn't a bad idea. I do have an 8C fuel tank sitting in there. I could probably... I mean, like, depending on what I want to do in the area that I'm in, right? Maybe I just want the extra fuel tank instead of the jump range, if I'm not planning on going too far. Blackjack Films, what's cooking? We're cooking up modules for the fleet carrier. So we just got the fleet carrier last week. In 2 weeks, after the Nomad is released, we are going to take this fleet carrier along with a whole bunch of my ships that will all be part of the Deep Space Fleet, and we are going to head back out into the Black, where I spent several years exploring before I came back to the bubble about, what, 3-4 months ago? Something like that. So we are just getting this carrier all hooked up. We're putting a whole bunch of modules in there, so anything that I do need while I'm out there will be on the carrier. And we are also noodling the idea of potentially setting up an expedition, so anyone who wants to come and join along on this deep space exploration journey that we will probably be on for a very long time. I mean, just FYI, you guys know I am not coming back to the bubble anytime soon, right? So if you come on the expedition, while you are always free to leave, I will be streaming this expedition for the next, I mean, however many umpteenth years, you never know. It could be decades, for all we know. I may be dead by the time the expedition is not even close to returning back to the bubble. Let's hope not, but there's always a distinct possibility. You just came back yesterday from exploration, waiting to launch Nomad, or waiting for Nomad to launch before leaving the bubble again. We'll buy on day one and then again go back to Journey. That's my man, Blackjack. That's the way to do it, brother. I didn't even know the Nomad was launching, but I had made the trip back to the bubble. It was 6 years since I'd been back to the bubble. I am not entirely thrilled to be in the bubble. I mean, it's been fun. I got to do a lot of stuff that I have never done before. And when I mean never done before, I left on my exploration journey before engineers were introduced into the game. So I was flying around a OG ASP with 0 engineering on it the entire time that I was exploring. And when I came back to the bubble, the last couple of months has been unlocking engineers and getting all of that stuff done and outfitting my Caspian Explorer with all the engineering modules to maximize jump range. I think we got up to around 75 light years, which is crazy. And now we've got a fleet carrier, and now we're loading up the outfitting on it, and we're putting all these cool ships on there, and we are going to head back out into the Black. So that is the goal. That is the dream right there. The dream is to get back out of the bubble. By the way, how did I manage to repair the ship in the Black? I did not repair the ship in the Black. For those of you who remember my stream from my exploration days, my informal title was Commander 40%, and I think I may have dropped even below that. I flew around at 40% for a very long time, very, very far from civilization, always wondering when the next jump would kill me. But that's what happened. I did not die. I made it back, and here we are. So yes, Commander 40% was a thing. Raise your hand in chat if you remember calling me Commander 40%. We know who the OG folks are. Have you looked at what the carrier can supply, like mining equipment, missile racks, etc.? Malcolm, I know very little about fleet carriers. What I understand at this point is I'm buying modules to put onto the outfitting on the carrier so that when I want to swap something back and forth, I have those modules available. I don't know if it comes like with a basic outfitting that has access to different modules that I'm just spending money on here for maybe no reason. There's always a possibility. Yeah, Top Blazer is saying yes. I know that. Yes, Andy K came out to fix me, and I refused. You can't... So, there was a legitimate reason, Andy, and you know, I was filming a exploration series, a little bit of a space drama, if you will, the Exploring the Milky Way Galaxy series, and... you know, when you're making a movie and, you know, one of your actors comes on and one day he's got a mustache and then he shows up to work the next day to film and he's shaved his mustache off and you're like, well, we can't do that. We got to put a mustache back on you. It would have been harder for me to re-damage myself to get down to 40% for the continuity of the show. So that is why I refused. Yeah, there was that. What do 2 numbers in total mass mean? Let's see. Where we are looking in total mass. That is, if I'm not mistaken, without cargo and fully burdened with cargo. So, if I'm not mistaken, someone in chat, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the mass of the ship, and this is how much total mass you can have on the ship. And that would be like fully fueled and fully laden with cargo, and all your modules and everything. Those modules are just for you. Other commanders will not see them unless I install outfitting services. So Space Clips, if I install outfitting services, do the commanders that dock on my ship have access to the modules that are in my ship? Or do I have to enable access to those? Yeah, one is no cargo fuel, other is cargo and fuel. There you go. Thank you, Top Blazer, for the confirmation, and hopefully that answers your question. M. Royvlad. Royvlad. Ah, new to chat, I see there, Royvlad. Nice to meet you. I can bulk buy module kits, but it doesn't really make sense sold or with a small group. In my ship, I'll be able to sell them, and also they can transfer theirs. Okay. Yeah. Good to meet you, Royvlad. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, hey, you know what? I'm going to do something that I don't normally do since, you know, we have the usual suspects on here. If I could ask, very kindly, as you all know, I'm not a particularly large YouTube channel. If you could just hit the like on this live stream, if you're here and you're enjoying the live stream, it obviously does help get a bit more exposure to the channel and a little bit more visibility to the live stream, so I would always appreciate that. It takes, you know, 1 second of your time to hit that like button. And if you are a regular and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button as well. And there we go. Now returning to our usual broadcast. So the modules aren't necessarily for sale unless I want to put them up for sale, which is fine. I'm not putting them up for sale. These will be mainly mine, but anyone who comes on the expedition, if you need one of the modules, I can make it available. That's not a problem. If I have outfitting installed, then I still have to buy all the modules to sell them. If you haven't bought any, storefront will be empty for others. Ah, okay, well, that makes sense. So, have to make sure that anything I actually want to sell is equipped and available on the ship. Okay, fair enough. Did I buy 2 of the 5 boosters? I did. I've got 2. Perfect. So we've got 2 of each of the FSD boosters. Fuel tanks? Yeah, we probably did want to have a couple of those, like I said. So I need to put them into a bigger slot here, though. Maybe we'll go up to this cargo rack, the 8. And we'll buy a couple of big fuel tanks. We are going to be very low on coinage by the time we're done. These are expensive. No, no, no. I can't make available my modules. There are module packages. Okay, module packages that go into outfitting. Oh, so I buy the outfitting and then I pay for the module packages, and that makes modules available to commanders who land on the ship. And is it crazy to think that they are essentially unlimited for commanders who land on the ship and access the module outfitter? They can just buy as many of those as they want. I do not have to personally stock those.
We need our controller because we're trying to put the cartoon on and the other ones don't work.
You can take this controller, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Do you remember at the bottom of the Xbox there's that little black round button you gotta press? Okay, so here, I'm gonna turn it on. You're gonna turn the Xbox on, and then at the bottom where the plug is, the little black button, you just press that until the light blinks, and then it's gonna work, okay? Alright, sorry, co-pilot just came in. Buddy! 1 second, folks. I gotta turn on, close the door here. Alright. Lucky it's Father's Day. I get no flack for being on stream all day. Alright. 8C fuel tank. So, yeah, there's the little Hawkins once again. I don't know if you guys were here before. Him and my wife both came in. They brought me a Father's Day card. My son and my wife cooked up at a ceramic pottery cafe made me a little Eddie and Mom and Dad mug so I can drink coffee at my desk. It's really cool. And my son also made a little ceramic fox, I guess to match the card right here, that he put a sweater on. And they got some flowers from the garden for me. That was super sweet. And they decided to do that on the stream. Also, those packages is a mess. Okay. Oh, I have to stock via packages. As many as I have. Okay, so the packages that I buy have a limited number of modules that go onto the fleet carrier for people to buy. And if I buy one package, there's a deterministic amount that can be purchased by other commanders. If I buy two packages, that doubles the amount that they can purchase. That's what we're saying? Yeah, it was pretty sweet, Top Laser. I'm a lucky man. Great wife and a wonderful little son. Correct. Also, you can't buy all packages available. Okay, so outfitting is really a mess. It sounds more like a pain in my ass that I really just don't want to bother with. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to buy modules and I'm going to put them in here, and this will be mainly for me. I will put the outfitter so that other folks... Now, okay, so here's next question. If people are coming along on the expedition and they bring more than one ship with them, can they store their own modules on the fleet carrier to be able to swap to a different ship and then transfer that module onto the ship and do their own outfitting? Or do they have to only have access to the outfitting modules? Get couple scoops. Yeah, no, I'm getting a couple scoops for sure. If I install outfitting, ... space clips, there's more, I'm assuming. Tell me more. I'm gonna get a 7A. Oh my god! 80 million! Wait, how much did I just... Did I just buy a 200... Hold on one second. Huh? I swear I just bought an 8A fuel scoop. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Did I? Oh, I bought a 7A. Jesus, that's 250 million. I'm going to buy these fuel scoops and I'm going to be out of money. Okay, I don't know if I buy the 8A. My Caspian already has something. Hold on, what the hell does my Caspian have? Yes, expensive. A-class is right. Expensive. I mean, that's more than expensive, bro. Where is my Caspian? Where is it? Not that one. Here it is. No. This isn't the right one. Is it? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Show details. This one obviously has an 8A fuel scoop, right? It's only got a 7A. Okay, I guess we can't put an 8A on this one. Well, in that case, I don't need an 8A. There's... No. No, I'm not buying an 8A. I'm not spending 253 million or 250 million on an 8A because the only ship that can use it is this Panther, and it does not... It's not going to need it. So forget it. Not buying the 8. That's way too much money. I will buy... Even the 7. Holy crap. Hold on one second. Like, I didn't have to worry about this before because I had a couple billion, but now that the couple billion is gone... Why am I buying fuel scoops? I don't know. Why the hell am I buying fuel scoops? You guys told me buy fuel scoops. I'm just reading chat. Like, look at this. No need. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Okay, fine. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. Let's buy small fuel scoops. Ones that don't cost millions. Okay, let's buy that one. We'll get a couple small ones for the small ships, right? It's for the small ships, not for the giant ships. Okay, one. We'll get a 2A. We're doing it because we want to have a bunch of stuff on there. It's just so that we can be extra cool and be like, look at all this goop I've got on my fleet carrier. I got all the goop. I got every fuel scoop. I got the whole fuel scoop Pokemon collection. Fuel scoop 2, fuel scoop 3. Where's 3? 3A. Yeah. You can decide better ship configs at current star config where you'll be. Who knows? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I'm sure you're right. But, you know, you gotta own them all. And I'm pot committed now. Like, once you buy 1, 2, and 3, you have to have 4. You gotta have a 5. I mean, come on. Where is it? 4A. Okay, that's the last one I'm buying. I'm not buying a 5. Store that one. Same question. Why am I buying... I just answered it, Pete. I just answered it. What? Okay, well, you tell me. What do I need to buy now? In your humble opinion, I would pause purchasing until you understand the initial FC services costs and weekly maintenance costs. You may have a stroke once you see how much it costs. So, Tom, I've already been informed of the bad news in terms of, like, actual costs. I did put money onto the ship already. I don't remember how much I put. A few $100 million or something like that. I'm buying it to ship and not to storage. Well, because I'm just going to be transferring it all to storage anyhow. I didn't realize you could just buy it to storage. So, yeah, I put quite a bit on there. And then we're only, I mean, we're flying in 2 weeks. So there's enough money on there to last a couple of weeks. AFMUs. Okay. Thank you. What size AFMs should I get? So we already, yeah. We have, there's millions on there. There's a couple 100 million on there already. Size 5? All right. How much are these? These aren't too bad. All right, so we'll throw a couple of these in there. Yeah, there's already a few 100 million on the ship itself, so we're not worried about the maintenance. Maintenance costs are covered for a good bit. And once we get out of the bubble, then the costs of maintaining the ship are going to be insignificant because I will make about 1 billion credits in a day or two just doing exobiology. That is our main revenue source. And we already have the whatchamacallit, the xenobiology selling vendor packaged and ready to go on the fleet carrier. So all we're doing now is we're just buying stuff to send to the fleet carrier. So Caspian with Nomad, Mandalay for a change of exploration, yes. T11 for tritium mining, yep. Then whatever your favorite ships are that you enjoy flying, that is exactly what we're doing. You put 8 billion on both the fleet carrier and squad carrier, then you can just forget about weekly costs. Well, that sounds fantastic. And I see why if you did that, you're like forgetting about it. I am down to 460 million from the few billion that I had. So that's the remainder of my funds, unfortunately. Now we're just buying a few things because we're just being silly. You know, look, this money's going to have very little actual meaning to me once I go exploring. So I may as well spend it, right? When I can, in the bubble, on stuff. That was the funny thing about money before. Is like, you have this money and I was like, what do I do with it? I have my exploration ship. I don't have anywhere to go. So I'm just holding it. It looks cool. Who remembers... Let's see. When I sold my original exploration data from the first couple of years of exploration, when I made it back to wherever it was, that station near Colonia somewhere, and I sold the data, who remembers the incredibly coincidental number that we ended up with in terms of the total? Gray Test calculated it out. He's the one who called it out, and we all tripped on that, laughing our asses off for a good while. Who remembers? Let's see. Testing memory here. This is going back some years, folks. If I don't pay the carrier upkeep money, you will get the initial $5 million back anyway, without the additional stuff. Yes. You remember that day, not the amount, Airnut? Okay, well, let's see. Does anyone else remember the amount? No, it was not 699,999,999. It would have been funny if it was 67,000,067. No, that's because I have a kid. You seen that? It's stuck in my brain now. Sorry, I apologize, everyone. I should not have said that. I just ruined the entire stream. We'll edit that out post. So the amount, I'm gonna put it in chat. And I do not remember exactly what the, well, we'll just put X's for the other for the hundred thousands and the actual hundreds. But it was 1,337,000,000, making it an official elite turn-in. And I got elite status, and I sold elite amount of money. That was the very funny coincidence. And of course, that was from 2 years of exploration data. Now you can make that in a couple of days. So exploration has changed. But that is the number in chat right there. It was 1,337 and then some change. Who knows what the change was? Nobody cared about the change. And of course, if you're old enough to know leet spelled that way, then you're an old fart like me. Also, happy Father's Day to anyone who is in chat right now who is a father. If you are just joining in and you happen to be a dad, let's get a 07 for the fathers in chat. Happy Father's Day, gentlemans. No, that was not exobiology, Space Clips. That was just surface scans. There was no exobiology back in the day when I sold all that. Depending on my direction, there's a new station called Rainbow's Edge, about 65,000 light years away from the bubble. Yeah, there we go. Happy Father's Day, all you fathers. Good to see a bunch of dads in here. How did we add it all together? It was pretty simple, actually. We took the original amount of money that I had before I sold all the data, which took, I don't remember, 45 minutes or something like that to sell all of it. It was close to an hour, maybe. We took the original amount of money. Then we took the final amount after selling, and we just subtracted the original amount, and that is exactly what it came to. It was 1,337,000 and change. I didn't do the math. It was Gray Test, our my resident fellow broadcaster. Okay, so we've got AFM use. Is there anything else I need to buy, or could we be done with all of this ridiculous purchasing? Don't need hard points. I know that. Utility, I bought a couple of heat sinks. I don't think we really need much more there. Core internals, we bought the frame shift drive boosters. We don't need any of this crap. Some windshield replacements would be nice. Let's put the cargo racks back on, so we don't have to shift them later. At least they'll be on the Panther Clipper. Wait a second, is that the right one? Yeah, it is. We'll put as many as we can on so we don't have to transfer them all. Rainbow's End's a bit annoying to get to. Pretty sparse area of space. I've been through some pretty sparse areas of space, Starrin. What are my thoughts on colonization, Blackjack? I have actually not had the opportunity to do colonization. It was actually one of the activities I wanted to try before I left the bubble, because I really love the idea of colonization. And I was really, really, really excited about colonization when they first announced it. I will say it's not the colonization that I was hoping for. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for colonization that would have been a little bit more akin to and I don't have to necessarily say like No Man's Sky colonization, but something similar to that. I mean, they have all these great IPs with like Jurassic World Park and Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you can like build your own, theme parks and dinosaur parks. I thought FDev would take some of the assets which are built in the same engine and just allow us to like build our own colonies. The idea of just like pressing a button and a colony appears, and then all you have to do after that is just haul cargo back and forth for it to be completed. That's not particularly exciting to me. Yeah, like EVE Online, you control your part of the galaxy. Well, not even so much that you control a part of the galaxy, although that would have been kind of cool. I would have liked where you could just fly out to wherever the hell you want to. And if you had the materials and the cargo and whatever you needed, you could just land on the planet, build a little outpost, and just start growing it, That's it. FDev is going a road we will probably never go. You never know. Maybe. Spent 2 weeks in colonization and all it got you was 500,000 credits per week so far. Yeah. Well, there you go. And that's the thing. Like I don't even care for it as a revenue source. I had thought of colonization as I can go colonize the galaxy. I could go out and populate a little bitty itty bitty part of space somewhere way far away and call it home, and then I can fly back there and land my ship, and then I can start mining resources, and if other people came there, great. They're nerfing exobiology? Wait, why do you say they're nerfing exo? If you like colonization, you could stake a system and build a small orbital to secure it and then build it when you get back to make those changes. I don't think they're going to, honestly, Secure Tim. I'm not banking on that. I don't think that's going to happen. We saw the recent news, or you may or may not have seen the recent news that FDev announced kind of like financials, and they're doing really well. Elite Dangerous is incredibly still continuing to grow, although, not as fast of a pace as their other IPs. And so they're still continuing to develop it. I mean, look, they're launching operations. They're launching the Nomad. I think those are pretty cool things. And that's a good sign. It's a sign that they will probably continue to develop the game. But the game's not exactly a cash cow, right? It's not raking in millions and millions and millions of dollars every single month. It's not bringing in tons of new people all the time and continuing to grow. The player base is pretty solid. There are new people coming in because of console launches. Actually, I don't even know if it's on console anymore. Did they cancel? I think they canceled console, right? So it's only on PC now, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think I think the game is going to continue to be around because the player base who love Elite Dangerous, we love it. We love it. It's in our blood. It's like we're commanders and this is our universe and this is where we want to be. So, I would expect them to continue to develop on the systems that are already in the game. Maybe over a long development cycle of a couple of years, we might see new planets to land on, like maybe thicker atmospheres. Maybe they'll expand on the concept of exobiology, but I don't think we're ever going to see life on planets like fauna, outside of the plants and the scannables. I don't think we're going to see, things moving around on the planet that you can hunt down and trap and kill, or, whatever it is that you want to do to it. It's going to continue to be flora, plants, bacteria, that type of thing. We'll be lucky if we ever see like liquids on surfaces of any form, atmospheric landings on terraformable worlds, or life, Earth-like worlds, ammonia worlds. I don't think that's in the works. I don't think we're gonna ever see that. As sad as it makes me to say that, it's been too long, And the game's at a stage now where, as an IP, they have to look at it and go, well, what's feasible for us from a corporate standpoint? Does it make sense to dump that much time and effort and resources into a game that's not making more money for us? Probably not. Is it going to bring more people back? Probably not. Is the effort going to be justified? Probably not. So their CEO's not an ED fan, so hopes are minimal. Well, yeah, and there's that too, right? Seasoned player, would you agree, Elite, for... Would I agree, Elite, for Explode if they launched a Search for Raxla DLC? Do I think it would explode if they launched a Search for Raxla DLC? I think it would bring back a lot of old players who might be like, oh, okay, it's out there. But my only concern with that would be, what would the payoff be, right? They say Raxla's out there. They've been saying Raxla's out there since the very beginning. I mean, we've explored 0.003% of the galaxy or something ridiculously small like that. So, you know, the chances of finding Raxla, if it is in fact out there, are pretty slim. And if they did like launch a DLC, it would have to have something substantial to bring people back to find. Not just like, oh, there's Raxla. It would have to be something that would say, okay, well, Raxla's there, you can find it. But in addition to Raxla, we've also added, you know, the ability to land on this type of planet, thick atmospheres with liquid water or something, or like give us new ways to explore, because that's the only thing that I think would bring people back. Huh? What is Raxla? Exactly, Blackjack. See, that's the thing. New players don't know what the hell Raxla is. So, like, this is part of Elite Dangerous lore, but it's... The biggest problem that Elite Dangerous has is they don't make it easy for anyone to know what's actually in the game. If you're a new player... Like, Blackjack, let me ask you, how long have you been playing the game for? This will be an interesting question. I'm curious if you're a new player or if you've been playing for a while. 1 year. Okay. During your year, what have you done in terms of in-game activities? What have you actually done in the game? I know you said you did some exploration. What else have you done in the game? $200 to 300 hours. Yeah, Space Clips has 20,000 hours. Yeah, no kidding. A lot of the guys in this this chat who've you know, watched my channel for years, they do have many thousands of hours. But that's not. I'm more interested in what Blackjack has done. You know, being a new player, 200 to 300 hours. What would you have done in 200 to 300 hours? I think I've got all the modules I need here, by the way. So I'm going to head back to the fleet carrier. Yes, Victoria. That is not an understatement right there. That is probably the most accurate thing that you could say about Star Citizen. We have a bigger chance of finding Raxla than Star Citizen ever launching into a full game. Okay, so you've done exobiology, you've done trading, you've done mining, and some labor work to unlock engineers and hunt for its materials. Have you done any of the Thargoid activities? Have you found any of the Thargoid probes? Have you found any of the old colony ships? What the hell were they called, folks? Someone in chat can tell me what they were called. The generation ships. Have you seen any of that stuff? Where's my fleet carrier? Is this my fleet carrier over here? Yeah, it's got to be here. It's funny, it wants me to take a different route. Okay. Nope, never, and never saw them. You know why you never saw them? And I will tell you, they are freaking cool, man. There is some cool stuff out there. But the reason you never saw them is because the game just doesn't tell you this stuff exists. It's there. There's all kinds of stuff there. And hell, they say Raxla's out there too. But you'll never know what it is because you'll never find it. But if you do find it, and if someone has found it, and it is possible, hell, everyone in this chat knows, someone may have actually found Raxla, and maybe they're a player who's not a streamer or who's not part of the community and doesn't care to ever be a part of that. Could have been some random dude on Xbox found it and was like, oh, this is cool, and then flew away, and nobody would ever know. But there's stuff in this game that the game just doesn't tell you to go and do or guide you towards, and so you just never see it. And it's really cool. The reason why we know about it is because when the game kind of, in the early days, there were a lot of different streamers, and when these things would take place, the community would communicate it, and it would just go onto someone's stream, and I would rush out there, or Shibuka would rush out there, or Turgeon would rush out there, and like all these folks were rushing out there to go and show it off to the community, and then everyone would hear and go check it out. But even then, a lot of people only watched them on streams. They never actually seen it for themselves. And there was a big push in the community once these probes, the Thargoid probes, before the Thargoids were actually put into the game, to kind of like figure out what the message was these things were transmitting. And it was crazy cool. It was some of the coolest crap you ever seen. It was literally all over the internet. And it brought a lot of popularity and visibility to the game. And like players were rushing in to like check out this really cool thing that was going on, where they had like, someone could tell me in chat what the heck it was called. Like code buried in audio signals that you had to use a third-party audio program to actually get the code out, and then it would give you like directions and like star chart points and navigation data to be able to go and find this crashed Thargoid ship on a planet somewhere, and then you had to go to the planet and you had to figure out where the hell it was, and it was so cool. But if you weren't part of that community, if you didn't watch these other people's streams, you just never knew it was there. And you would find this little probe floating in space, and you go, it makes a cool sound. And that was about it. Spectrographs. Thank you. Thank you very much, LLCJ. Logs of sorts. Yeah, apparently a player honked the system and moved on, not knowing what they found. That's kind of like Elite Dangerous in a nutshell, Beat Jabbin. So Blackjack, there's all kinds of crazy stuff out there, man. And, I mean, maybe, like a DLC would be awesome. I would love to see more DLC being added into the game. But like I said, it would have to be something substantial. It would have to be something that brings people back and say, yeah, I really want to play this again. And unfortunately, I don't think the budget's there for FDev to invest into Elite Dangerous. Especially not since there's all this really cool stuff out there right now that you don't even know about, that you could already go and check out. And by the way, all those things I just mentioned, like that you haven't seen yet in the game, they're all really cool, and you should go check them out. If you want to see some of that stuff, and you know, not have to go find it for yourself, or you could go find it for yourself, you can go back through my channel and look at videos from years ago on Elite Dangerous. I have footage of it. I have you know, locations of it. Like, it's all there. It's all archived somewhere in the annals of YouTube history on my YouTube channel. Go back there, check it out. You'll find like the locations for it. You could Google search it as well if you want to actually go out there and go check it out. It's cool stuff. It's really, really cool. A lot of it is way, way cooler. Like, oh my God, what the hell was that stuff? The Thargoid bases that were like on the surface of planets, and you can like drive into them in your SRV, and there's like these things inside you can activate, and there's things flying around, and then like fancy star charts and stuff flying all over the place. Really cool stuff. Good luck finding it on your own. That's the problem, right? Do I remember my first hyperdiction? Yeah. Cool as hell. Coolest crap ever. By the way, who is Colonia? There's one message of prehistory which stated the Thargoids wore T9 crash site. Who is in Colonia? Oh, who is in Colonia? Oh, thanks for the sub, Blackjack. Appreciate it. Yeah, go check out the old videos from 6+ years ago, and you'll find all that stuff. You wrote an obit for Salome for the faction. Yeah, like there's so much really cool stuff in this game. Elite Dangerous, You know, they used to say it was like a mile wide and an inch deep. It's more like 10,000. It's more like 100,000 light years wide and an inch deep. Unfortunately, you have to travel 100,000 light years to be able to find the stuff. That's the problem with Elite Dangerous. And yeah, if they just need to add more stuff into the game, and I think it would bring people back. A DLC that added maybe different civilizations that people could go and hunt and find. You know, landable, terraformable, or Earth-like worlds, or ammonia worlds, or maybe even the ability to, like... I could see a really cool mechanic. I don't know what it would be for, honestly, but I would love to see, like, you know, being able to fly into gas giant atmospheres and maybe have, like, certain modules on ships to be able to do that, collect samples from within them. That could be, like, another form of, you know, interaction in the game. Be pretty damn cool, like, flying through a gas planet's atmosphere, dodging lightning bolts or something. Yeah. No, there's tons of Easter eggs in the game, John. It's just, it's hard to find them. Like I said, they're 100,000 light years apart. And, I mean, I complain about this every single stream. Like, just the galaxy map itself. Right? Like, here's my gripe with the game. Look at this. Hey, there's some cool stuff. All within a few light years of where I am, but if I want to find something that's out over here, or if I'm looking for a particular resource and it's not in here, well, I guess just choose a random destination, fly out to it, and hope that I've actually flown through some of the star systems so I actually know what's in there. There's not enough tools in the game to tell you what is actually in the game. You have to use third-party apps and programs to do that. And there are some really cool third-party apps and websites and all kinds of stuff that will help you find the things that you need and help you plan your journey through Elite Dangerous and the different activities that it offers. But you need to go to those websites to do it. And a lot of people don't really care for that type of thing. You remember the bio-waste rush, stacking hauling missions out to Sothis and Ceos for massive payouts? Yeah. Now that the Caspian can jump 500 light years off a neutron, really opens up the galaxy for new players. Well, yeah, absolutely, Tom. It really does. And if you like exploring, and I mean, thank God for exobiology, honestly. It's a saving grace for exploration because it gives you a reason and a payout to explore, especially the whole codex thing. Like, actually, hold on. Again, speaking of third-party programs, let's see something here. Codex. Discoveries. Okay, so you do have it in this codex. You have xenobiology, right? So you can see kind of like discoveries here. Rumored 0. Rumored, right? Like, I'd love this to be like 20,000 rumored things that we could go out and find. That would be cool, right? I was thinking more of the codex that's built into one of the apps. I don't remember, ED Explorer or SRV, whatever it is, where it literally shows you the entire catch-em-all Pokemon chart of every possible variation of xenobiology that you can find, and then you can like use that to kind of like go out and say, okay, well, I have to go out to this quadrant. Oh, hey, thanks, Witchman. Appreciate the follow. I have to head out to this quadrant if I want to find the stuff that's over there, and then I'm going to spend some time, and I'm going to collect those, and I'm going to build up my Pokemon list, right? Like, that's kind of cool. That's what I want to do. That's probably what I'll be doing for the next couple of years while I finish this fleet carrier and head back out into the black, is going to be collecting all of those exobiology. Did I say xenobiology? I meant exobiology. Xenobiology would be even cooler. Oh, it is xenobiology. Exo, xeno, same thing. What is reported confirmed stuff? Hell if I know. Again, the game just doesn't tell you what half of this stuff is. Reported. Can't click on it. Couldn't tell you. Anomalies? Let's see. Reported. High energy phenomenon comprised of a dark core with a bright halo and rings of clouds. I'll tell you, I've never seen any of these. And I went exploring for years and I never found any of these. This is one of the things that frustrated me more than anything else in the game. And you know why I didn't find any of it? I'll tell you why I didn't find any of it. Here, let me go back to this. Because I explored this part of the galaxy over here. And you know where all of that crap is? It's all over here. Why? I don't know. Because for some reason it's only in, like, nebulous clouds. And if you go this route over here, there are none. There's literally, like, one nebula. I don't remember where it is. Somewhere around Drymans. And maybe there's one more over here. I think I went to another one over here. But they, like, only show up within nebula. Stupidest thing ever. Thousands of jumps. Never found any of those anomalies. So, yeah. I'm ranting now. Sorry, folks. I'm literally doing nothing but ranting about the game. Venting my grievances with Elite Dangerous. The things I love to hate about this game. But I still love the game. ED Copilot is awesome, Victoria. Absolutely. And Blackjack, you should use ED Copilot. It's a great, great app. It will help you find a lot of things. Time to fly and click all the modules. Yes, that is what I was doing, right? I said I was going to do that, and then something triggered me into a rant. There are some in the bubble. Well, I was not in the bubble, Bison, so that didn't help me much. I was somewhere around 75,000 light years away from the bubble, unfortunately. Oh no! What the hell am I doing? I'm heated. I'm heated. According to your experience, I personally think people quit the game as soon as they get the idea about engineering and material collection stuff. It's too much of a chore. If you think it's a chore now, let me tell you. Yeah, scraping paint is right. Blackjack, as an OG player of this game, going back to the beta days, when engineering was introduced to the game, it would take weeks to engineer one thing. Weeks. Now, I mean, okay, granted, I did have a lot of materials from having explored for such a long time, so I didn't really think about that when I did my engineering now. I didn't have to go and, like, get any of the surface materials, but I'm pretty sure you could get a lot of them now. You can buy them, you can trade for them and stuff, because they've added, like, all of this stuff into the game. Like material traders and commodity traders and all of that crap. But now I have spent 3 weeks engineering to fully engineer my exploration ship. And by the way, when I say 3 weeks, I mean 3 streams of 3 to 4 hours each, and I was able to almost fully engineer my ship. So that to me is not necessarily something that I would have quit over if I was a new player and I came in. I think that's pretty reasonable. You know, 12 hours of gameplay to fully engineer a ship for exploration. That's not too bad. Yes, RC Airnut is 100% right. The game is much more user-friendly right now. It's a different game than it used to be. Would it be difficult to program the cargo to stay in one ship when you change to another? Miner to an Explorer? Will all your materials stay? As far as cargo, and someone in chat could probably correct me if I'm mistaken on this, If you have the same cargo space in the new ship, it does transfer your cargo. If you don't have the cargo space, it does not let you transfer ships. You have to sell your cargo first. Yeah, you can engineer in a day, says Victoria. There you go. See, it's like 1 day for engineering now. I mean, I did 4 hours and I did a fair amount of engineering, so... Use a carrier to store your cargo, yeah. Well, I mean, not everyone's got a carrier, right? Alright, let's go. Let's go to my carrier. Speaking of carriers, look what I got, folks. Here it is. My very own, the Hawk's Nest carrier, right there. We're going to it right now. Yeah, it is a pain. It would be nice to just be able to say, hey, let's put this into the station storage. But you can't do that, unfortunately. Just doesn't let you. But it does transfer all the cargo to the other ship. Thank you, Space Fox. That's what I was thinking. As long as you have the cargo space. But if you're in a Panther Clipper with 1,000 tons of cargo and you want to switch into your little combat ship because you want to go do some pew-pew, then no, it's not going to happen. You got to sell that cargo first. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, the Hawk's Nest. Home sweet home. Oh, it is such a beautiful sight to see. Man, she is a beauty. I know you guys are looking at my smile right now, going like, yeah, he's happy, he's got a fleet carrier. I know all of you've had your fleet carriers for a long, long time. I just got mine, still shiny and new. Still like a nice new toy that I've barely even played with. So pretty happy to have it. She's a beaut. Home sweet home. Let's go to the hangar. You don't have to request docking for your own ship? You know what? It would not surprise me that if I tried to land on my own ship without requesting docking, that I would just get blown up instantly by the ship's turrets. Wouldn't be the first time that I had accidentally tried to dock without requesting permission first, so I don't take chances anymore. You don't have a fleet carrier? Haven't played for 10 years? Just finished engineering? You'll get there, man. You get there. I just got mine. I mean, look, I literally just got my fleet carrier last week. And I didn't even earn it, honestly. Wait, was that the captain? No, definitely not. That wasn't the captain, no. Or it's like, oh, we had a technical error, Captain. So sorry about that. Where am I going? I know. Do you think I'm gonna do that from in my ship? I am the commander of this ship. I don't transfer stuff from in my ship. I come to the commander's seat to do that. Hey, Commander Josh Hawkins, you should check your Twitch messages. Oh, crap. Yes, you are absolutely right. I should. Hang on 1 second. Check my Twitch messages. I don't even have Twitch open right now. Hang on 1 sec. Let's solve that problem real quick. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I should check my Twitch messages. Are they not showing up on... Are they not showing up here? They should be showing up on the screen. That's weird. I apologize. My bad, Witchman. Yeah, so there we go. Pleiade Sector 3A is one of the systems in the location you can enter and activate. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about before. I'm surprised that didn't show up in my chat. My apologies, Witchman. I made one big boo-boo today of not opening up Twitch. which I normally do have open on my screen. So I will keep it up over here. Yes, I didn't even have the window open. I kind of had to rush home today. We get a fireworks show at the door. I was rushing home because we went out this morning, my wife and my son and my in-laws, and we all went for breakfast for Father's Day. And then we had a ton of errands to run, and we stopped at like Costco, and we went to another grocery store. And I literally got into my house. It was like 5 minutes before stream. I set up the stream from my phone while I was sitting in the car in the parking lot. So I was a bit, let's say, winded when I walked in. So apologies. I was literally not looking and forgot to open up Twitch. Okay. This. Oh, come on. Carrier services. Oh, can I not do it from here? No. Say it isn't so. Tell me I am wrong. What? No. No. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. Okay, sell the fleet carrier. That's it. I'm selling the fleet carrier. Done. Get rid of the fleet carrier right now. Kick the damn chair. Stupid fleet carrier. I can't access the fleet carrier's ability to transfer modules and ships to my fleet carrier from my fleet carrier. I have to go to my ship and sit on my ship to transfer stuff to my fleet carrier. Where's your sleeping friend? Okay, you went back to work. I don't want to talk about this. 5 billion credits, and I have to go to this to be able to actually transfer stuff to this. I have a captain's chair. Good old elite. They thought of everything. Gosh, I better get back onto my little ship to access the carrier services. All right. How do I transfer stored modules? Am I gonna have to do it one at a time? Yep. Is this what I'm doing? Transfer from storage? Yeah. Okay. Oh, please tell me there's a select all button. Do the devs watch streams? Yes, click each one. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. This will only take... Wait, how many modules do I have to transfer? Oh, there's only 179. It's not a big deal. It's just 179, guys. Not to mention, I don't even know... There, but, yeah. I could be transferring modules from stations where I actually don't need these modules, but it's fine. It's fine. This is well thought out. See, Blackjack, it's not the engineer grind that'll get you to quit this game. It is the stupidity of things like this – that can be somewhat frustrating. I don't need to transfer all of this stuff, obviously, but I'm gonna do it anyhow because there's no need for it to be in any of the other stations. But you know, it's tough to just have a select all or transfer all button. It makes zero sense that I cannot do this from my commander seat in my fleet carrier, which is where I'm transferring all this stuff. In fact, it makes my fleet carrier feel less valuable to me, to be perfectly honest. Hey, wait a second. Collector limpets. Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking that all my limpets were there. You can't send to, you have to order delivery here. I don't mind the order delivery here. I'm really upset right now that I could not do this from my commander seat. That I have to do this from my ship. It doesn't really make much sense to me. I'm the logic behind this is not logicking. Tell that to the CEO. Yeah. If I knew the CEO and I had direct access to him, I would hit her, him, her, them, they, whatever. I would, believe me. It wouldn't make a difference, I'm sure. But this to me is just, this is just bad programming, bad planning. What is this Super Cruise Assist? I don't need any of these. I don't even care about the having to click on them individually. I really don't. That part does not bother me at all. I don't care about this. This is fine. Sure. Bad coding, whatever. I'm sure they have their reasons for doing it. There's absolutely zero excuse for not being able to do this from your commander seat when you are commanding the fleet carrier. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's not my fleet carrier. You pay for its upkeep, you can tell it where to go, but that's where it ends. I guess that's I mean, you got a good point there, Frosty Jack, right? Like, it isn't mine, and if I don't pay the upkeep, they take it away from me. We won't talk about that right now either. I mean, okay. Upkeep makes sense from a game model perspective. You assume that you have virtual crew doing virtual jobs to keep the ship functional. They need to be paid. It's kind of like housing in another game where you have to pay your upkeep of the house, or you have to provide a certain number of resources every week or every month or something like that. Like, I get that, you know, it keeps players coming back. It's a reason to continue playing the game. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to say that it's a bad idea to have upkeep. Taking the ship away, I mean, you know what I'd like to see? I think would be a better thing is the ship just becomes like derelict. It goes into like a shutdown state, and if you want to reactivate it, then you have to pay like a fee to rehire a crew, and then maybe you have to wait for them to transfer out to your fleet carrier rather than it just going poof and your ship's being transferred back to a station. Because if you buy it, it should technically be yours. That would kind of make sense. But yeah, it's not a house, right? It's a fleet carrier. Let them get on a little shuttle and they can fly back to wherever they came from and go back to their menial lives or join another fleet carrier, and I can hire more crew. I don't need any of this life support, but I'm going to transfer it anyhow. Like a penalty fee, yeah. Right? Or a resupply fee, right? Oh, you didn't maintain it, so the oxygen has run out and you have to like resupply it and pay for a new crew to come. That kind of makes sense. Like that wouldn't bother me. I know you don't want to, but with all your experience, you should consider rejoining the partner program. They need long-term players like me. Yeah, I mean, I could. I probably should, honestly. If I'm streaming every week, Elite Dangerous, I should. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. Is Zach Antonucci still working at FDev? Like I said, I haven't messaged him in a couple of years. If he is, that would be great. Or Sandy. What was his last name? Sandy DeMarco? Are they still there? It's funny because a couple months back, Sandy left years ago. Oh, that's too bad. I had some personal time with his space loach at the Hard Rock Cafe in Boston. He left it at the table with me and Ghost Giraffe, Mars Europe, and Shibuka. And who else was at that table? There was a couple other guys. A couple of random commanders joined us there. He's long gone, eh? That's too bad. Sandy was a good guy. So what about Zach? Zach gone too? Let's transfer some power distributors. I gotta keep on this transferring stuff so I don't fall behind. Otherwise it's gonna take forever. Go through one module at a time and then I'll check chat. You think fleet carrier upkeep cost is between 5 to 25 million per week? How will you do that when exploring? Do you need to leave the bubble with extra money, or is there an option to earn money while you're out there too? Blackjack, so the way to maintain your funding while you're out in the black is through the well, I guess I have to get off of my ship and walk over to it, but you have the xenobiology guy, the exobiology guy, so all of the exobiology that you scan, you can bring back to your fleet carrier and sell to that guy. Sorry, that's my mom calling me. You can sell your exobiology data to the exobiology guy on your ship. So all the billions of credits you make for exobiology, you just sell on your ship, and then you just pump it back into your fleet carrier. And then you're good to go. Easy peasy. Store modules. Let's get back to what we were doing. Okay, we did collector limpets. How do I know what I have not done? Heat sinks. We'll transfer those. Transfer. Module reinforcements. Why the heck not? Transfer these two. Do you have a price penalty on your own fleet carrier? Like when selling exobiology, do you mean? Roy Vlad? I have never sold exobiology on a fleet carrier before, so I'm not entirely sure. Someone in chat could probably answer that. I mean, there's tons of guys in this chat with their own fleet carriers who do exploration, so I'm sure they can tell you. Yes, you could sell all the exo data on the carrier, but it takes some % fee. Well, there you go. It's, you know, honestly, it's probably not even that important how much they take, because you do make a lot. I mean, you make hundreds of millions off of exobiology. Just from like one, you can make 100 million. So if they take a couple million, I don't care. It's the only thing I'm going to need the money for is the upkeep of the fleet carrier. That's it. It's plain and simple. So, you know, like I said, I can make 1 billion credits in a matter of 1 day of exploration if you find good systems. Maybe 2 days of exploration. And when I say days, I don't mean like playing full days. I literally mean like playing a few hours. Zach is long gone too. Damn. Zach was a good guy. I was looking back through footage, and I have a video of my trip to PAX East when FDev flew me out there for the PAX East convention, which was awesome, by the way. That was where I met Shibuka in person and a bunch of other folks, Zach and Sandy and Ed and oh gosh, what was her name? She was one of the community managers back when Ed was a community manager as well. It was I don't remember what her name was. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. The girl that was one of the community managers. She's like a gymnast or something. Yeah, met the whole lot of them out in Boston, and I had tons of footage that was kind of like behind the scenes footage that I had edited out of my final video that I put out, which is like a 20-minute video of the 3 days in Boston, which was so much fun, by the way. The FDev guys and girls were amazing. They were really, really awesome. Great to hang out with. Thrusters. Here we go. Don't know why I'm transferring these, but Padawans may not know that if you first footfall Stratum Tectona, it's worth 100 million for that scan. That's the one I was talking about, Secure Tom. Thank you very much. And yes, if you are doing exploration, Blackjack, and you come across Stratum Tectonica, which is not that uncommon. It's actually pretty easy to find sometimes. You could find multiples of them in the same system. You know, one system can literally be worth like 500 million. Easy. Easy, easy. Okay, these are all transferred. What have I not transferred? I don't need wake scanners. I transferred the thrusters. I transferred the shield generators. Shield cell bank, yes, did that. Sensors. I don't need sensors. Sensors is the most useless thing. Research limpets. Oh, here we go. Transfer. Repair limpets. Those are transferring. Refineries transferring. I think I got everything. I don't need pulse lasers. You know what? You never know. Why don't I bring the pulse lasers? Because, you know, space aliens. That was always my hope, man. That was always my hope. My Asp Explorer was fully armed. I did not go out exploring without guns, so maybe I should have at least some little pea shooters. Just in case. Why click on back button when you can right click to go back? Right click. Right click isn't doing anything for me. Maybe it works for you, but it doesn't work for me. Right click. No, I can left click. Right click doesn't do anything. Right clicking. Nada. Sell E-modules. Yeah, I know. You keep telling me. Sell the E-modules. I just don't listen. I am just not listening to you on selling the E-modules. I am bringing it all. You never know when you're going to need those E-modules, man. There, forgot the Prospector limpet controllers. Okay. Repair limpets, those are on the way. I think that's it. I think I got everything. Prospecting limpets, the power plants. Oh, no, not the power plants. Not the power plants. We got to bring those too. All of the E's. Bring them all. All of these 8E power plants. Why do I have so many 8E power plants? Why? Is this from like every ship that I ever bought that I upgraded and was like, screw that E power plant. Get out of here. That's probably what it is. Why didn't I sell these a long time ago? Okay, power plants, done. I got the power distributors, they're on the way. I'm just making sure I didn't forget anything here. Point defense, oh, we'll bring those, because maybe there's Guardian stuff out there. Plasma accelerate? No. Yes, I need that. I need that. Need it for my Anaconda for space shooting stuff. Planetary vehicle hangar? Sure. Should have probably had a couple of those. Don't need the multi-cannons. Multi-controllers are already on the way. Hull reinforcements on the way. Missiles, don't need them. Mining tools, that's on the way. Life support, screw life support. Hull reinforcement, heatsink launchers, fuel tanks already got. Fuel scoops already got. These, ooh, hold on, the frameshift drives. Let's bring those, because you never know. Yes. Well, Exo doesn't have the first stuff so much, Roy Vlad. Although, you know, I don't know about, like, an exobiology that nobody else has found. I think maybe if you're the first person to find it, like, somewhere in the codex, it's buried somewhere that's the first commander who found it. But you get a bonus for collecting exobiology on a planet that you have first footfall on. So you want to find planets that nobody's been to, be the first person on it, then get the exobiology, and then sell that, and you make tons of money. Because the first footfall gives you a multiplier bonus to the exobiology. So yes, it's not so much the exo itself, it's the first footfall applying to the planet that then applies to what you discover on the planet. But it doesn't tag your name on it, at least not as far as I know. Unless, like I said, unless it's like you're the first person to ever find that exobiology, and then maybe it goes in a codex somewhere. 5 times the money. Rich, 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 rich. Yep, that's right. Lots of money. Give me the money. I want it all. I want to have all of the exobiology money. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh. Ooh, can't forget my fragment cannons. Those are important. They're not E's, so I don't have to sell them. Uh-oh. What's happened? Have I reached the limit of what I can transfer? The game's like, oh, yeah, you thought you were taking the fragment cannons with you. No, sir. No fragment cannons for you. Sometimes I find alien tech when exploring out in the black. Really? Oh. Oh, yes, John. No, you're right. I've come across a couple of those. I remember when I was on my way back from Colonia, and I was told, don't go there. Don't go down to those sites. And I wasn't sure why, but I think it had something to do with Thargoids. Or maybe, like, they were corrosive or something and they burn your cargo bay or something. Even bacteria is worth 5 million with first footfall. Okay, the game, I broke the game. Look at this, boys. How do I get out of this? I broke it. Never needed weapons on an Explorer, Victoria? Well, you didn't explore the way that I did. Let me tell you. Network error. Is anyone else getting booted from the game, or anyone else getting a network error, or is it just me? FDev basically just said, no, too many things being transferred at once. You know, you need guns for science, Victoria, right? So, there is that too. You should have at least one 16-ton corrosive-resistant cargo rack. You're absolutely right, Tom. I should. Your game crashed for a bit. Logging to main menu should clear it. Okay. Let's do that. I probably should have the anti-corrosion whatever, but I'm not going to pick that stuff up. At least I don't think I will. Here, I'll put this on in the meantime. We can stare at the spinny screen with my nice little background going on here. Let's go. Alright, we're back. Watch. None of the stuff is transferring. It's all reset. I got rolled back. Watch this. Ready? 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 Oh, wait a second. Please tell me I'm wrong. Oh, no, it's here now, right? Oh, okay. It's there. It has arrived. Oh, maybe that's why the game crashed. It's like, whoa, yo, yo, yo. All this stuff is arriving right now. Okay, we're good. ED needs more servers? No, it needs more players. I mean, like, really, what is the player count for Elite Dangerous right now? Hold on a sec. Let's see. Elite Dangerous concurrent players. Steam charts. Here, let's go here. So Elite Dangerous has, at its 24-hour peak, 5,484, which is really not bad, right? I mean, that's not bad for a game that's what, like 10 years old now? How old is Elite? Almost 12 years old? That's really not bad. It's going. It's got a solid player base. And I mean, like, look at it every day, up and down, same thing. Let's see. This is probably when Odyssey was introduced, right? Like right around here, 2020-ish. Is that right? Well, I don't even remember. It's so long ago. It's got to be something like that. Humble Bundle, Take Control, Simulation, Humble Bundle. No, that's not telling me anything. I want to know what happened right here. After Odyssey, it crashed. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Build your own Unbreakable bundle. These are just bundle sales and stuff. But look at this. Like back in the day, and you could see there was a steady increase. Like it had its own ups and downs and spikes and stuff. I would have been way out in the black over here, but this is probably like Distant Worlds would have launched and like a whole bunch of people joined in, and then, you know, after that there was like no more news. But Elite Dangerous used to be in the news cycle, so it was pretty big. And then this, I'm guessing it had to be like Odyssey, something like that. 28,900 people in 2021. So yeah. Anyhow, it's 5,000 something people playing every single day. That's pretty decent. Not bad. So yeah, they don't need more servers. They just need more players. They need to pick that up. But that's the same 5,000 people that have been playing for the last 10 years. So everything is transferred. I want to do this. I want to get onto my Type 11. And I want to make sure that it is outfitted properly for mining. So, who in chat is... Yeah, that's just Steam. That is just Steam. May 21. Yeah, May the 19th, 2021, Odyssey release. That's it. That's it. And then people went, wow! Wow, this is really cool. Except there's nothing else to do. So, yeah. Except it's cool, but it's not cool. And then you can see it just like plummeted right back down. Okay, who in chat is a miner? Who could tell me whether or not this is adequately equipped? Sorry, Elmer Fudd syndrome just struck there. Adequately. You know what I'm trying to say, right? If it's properly equipped, adequately equipped to be a miner out in the black to mine tritium. Abrasion blaster's not needed. Well, I have one anyhow, just cause. I have the mining volley repeater. I think that's like the main thing that you use, right? You played Frontier Elite on a floppy disk. Yeah. Way back in the day. I still have my Windows 3.0 floppy disks. It's like a stack about yay big. Where's my bottom hand? Literally, it's like 20 floppy disks. And I hated that install. So, what are we talking about here for mining? Subsurface, seismic charge, seeker missile, abrasion blaster, mining, volley repeater. I have all of the stuff, right? Gen X humor, but I'm not looking forward to the to next week's stream where you transfer off 40% of what you transferred on today. You realize you never need most of it. Yeah. Hey, I know. I'm not transferring it. It's staying right here. You only need abrasion? There's no tritium in deep core. Oh, really? That's sad. Okay, well, let's make sure I have all the cargo racks I can. 6E, 6E, shield generator. I'm not going to need this. Yeah, maybe the shield generator is good just in case I crash myself into an asteroid. I have the Mark II mining multi-limpet controller. And I have an empty hangar right here. So I have the refinery. So what do I want to do? I definitely don't need the fuel scoop. Right? That can get stored. I have the refinery. It's a 3C. What else did I have for refineries? Good thing I brought some refineries over, right? Oh, it's not here yet. So I can put the 3A refinery on there. I guess that makes sense. Mark II plus grade 1 prospector at least, and a fourth fourth? What do you mean a fourth refinery? You mean a 4A refinery, right? I don't need a detailed surface scanner because I'm not scanning planets on this thing. So I'll put the refinery, the 4A refinery will go there once it arrives. We'll replace that. The prospector. So I have the Mark II mining multi-Olympic controller, and then I can replace the prospector, is what you're saying? Prospect Olympic controller 1A. Oh, I do. I need the detailed surface scanner. Okay, okay. Good. Didn't think about right, because you got to scan the mine. You got to scan the rings. You're right. Well, hold on a second. If I'm exploring in my Caspian and I scan the rings with a detailed surface scanner in the Caspian and I find the spot that I want to mine, then if I go back to my fleet carrier and jump to that spot, will that spot still be scanned, or do I have to rescan it from the Type 11 in order to identify the mining spot? I have to... Okay, guys, sorry. My mom's called me a second time. Give me 1 second here, folks. Hello? From what? It's pour... In the West Island? Oh my god, no way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. Is it okay to, like, can you go down there while there's water in it? Yeah. Sorry, guys, just 1 sec. Oh my god, that's crazy. Sorry, guys. My mom's basement is flooding right now. That's what she's calling me about. All right. Yeah, sorry, I don't know how much of that you guys heard, but my mom's basement is flooding right now. Apparently, she's saying there's some crazy storm there, and her basement's flooding up to the second stair. This is the second time this has happened. She's okay, but she's having a bit of a panic there because she just had her entire basement redone like last summer or a year and a half ago. She's asked me to go and help her because the basement is continuing to fill up with water, and she needs to get as much out of there as she can. So I am going to have to cut the stream short, folks. I do apologize. A bit of an emergency. I will end it right here so that I could get in the car and head over to her house. Yeah, basement flood is a very bad thing. She is okay. I'm trying to tell her, like, stop walking in the water right now because I don't know if she's got, like, her power off and everything, and I don't want her to get in any problem. She's 72 years old, so we'll continue this next week. We'll be a week closer to heading back out into the black. Everything's on the ship. I think we're good to go. We'll have to figure this mining stuff out another time, though. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in. We'll do a quick 07 in chat if you want to throw your salutes in there. We'll do a quick roll call. Blackjack, great to have you on board, man. Nice chatting with you. Go find some of that other stuff out there and, you know, learn a little bit more about what's going on by checking out some of those third-party apps. For now, Scarecrow, let's see, RC Aeronaut, Top Blazer, Blackjack, Andy K, Secure Tom, Alex, Spike, Tragic Blue, TN Bison, Space Fox. Yeah, Mom's always more important. I just saw her this morning, too, and everything was perfectly fine over at her place. So this is crazy that it's just, like, flash flooding into her basement. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining today. Sorry about cutting the stream short, but, you know, life is more important. And I'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Commander Josh Hawkins, signing off.